In Part 10, we exposed glyphosate, the herbicide that shows up in foods even when the label says GMO-free. We talked about how it's patented as an antibiotic, classified as a probable carcinogen, and quietly enters the body through grains, processed foods, and even everyday bread. But glyphosate isn't the only hidden threat inside the modern diet. Today, we're looking at 3 more additives: MSG, phosphates, and potassium bromate. These ingredients are used to enhance flavor, preserve food, improve texture, and extend shelf life, but each one carries its own serious health risks. This is one of the most important episodes because these additives are everywhere, influencing your appetite, metabolism, and long-term health every single day. Let's break them down, starting with MSG, the hunger amplifier. Most people know MSG from Chinese restaurants, but it's in far more foods than just stir fries. MSG is commonly found in chips, packaged snacks, fast food, instant noodles, frozen dinners, sauces, seasoning powders, processed meats, and salad dressings. MSG's job is to make food taste far better than it actually is by manipulating your brain's glutamate receptors to create the illusion of a rich, savory flavor. One of the most dangerous effects is that MSG actually increases appetite. In scientific research, MSG is deliberately injected into rodents to make them hungrier, overeat, and gain fat rapidly, literally creating obesity for study. Companies claim this doesn't translate to humans, but why do MSG-heavy foods make you want to keep eating, even when you're full? MSG overstimulates the brain, especially the hypothalamus, which regulates hunger and fullness. When overstimulated, you don't feel satisfied, eat more than intended, crave more salty and savory foods, and feel hungry again quickly. MSG is often combined with refined carbs and seed oils, creating the perfect recipe for addictive overeating. MSG doesn't just make food taste better, it makes food feel irresistible, exactly how processed food companies want it. Next, we move to phosphates, specifically phosphoric acid, found heavily in sodas and soft drinks. If MSG hijacks hunger, phosphates hijack something even more important: your calcium. Your body needs a delicate balance of calcium and phosphorus, but sodas deliver massive amounts of phosphorus without any calcium to balance it. When you drink sodas regularly, phosphoric acid enters the bloodstream, signaling that phosphate levels are too high. Your body then pulls calcium out of your bones to neutralize the excess phosphate. Over time, this process contributes to weak bones, joint pain, dental decay, arterial calcification, kidney stones, kidney strain, and heart issues. High phosphate levels are extremely hard on the kidneys, creating a dangerous cycle if your kidneys can't filter properly. This is especially concerning because children, teens, and adults regularly consume sodas and energy drinks with phosphoric acid. Phosphate additives are even in processed meats and baked goods, and the effects are silent until years later. Combining phosphates from soda with seed oils from fries, trans fats from fried foods, and sugar from desserts creates a devastating combination for your health. This is why soft drinks and phosphoric acid are considered one of the quietest, most destructive dietary habits in modern society. Finally, let's discuss potassium bromate, the bread conditioner you don't know you're eating. Potassium bromate is a controversial ingredient used as a dough conditioner in baked goods. It helps bread rise higher, creates a soft, fluffy texture, improves elasticity, and gives rolls and buns that bakery-style look. Sounds harmless until you learn the truth. Potassium bromate is a probable carcinogen. It has been banned in numerous countries, including the United Kingdom, Canada, the European Union, Brazil, Nigeria, Peru, and Sri Lanka. Why? Because animal studies showed that potassium bromate causes tumors, kidney cancer, thyroid cancer, DNA damage, oxidative stress, and organ toxicity. Yet in the United States and several other countries, it is still allowed. Potassium bromate is supposed to bake out at high temperatures, but testing shows that bromate residue often remains in the final product, meaning you may be unknowingly consuming it through bread, buns, rolls, pizza dough, donuts, packaged baked goods, and fast food breads. And because most people eat these foods multiple times a week, the exposure becomes continuous. Imagine adding this carcinogenic compound to a meal that already includes trans fats, seed oils, high fructose corn syrup, MSG, and phosphoric acid. All of these ingredients interact, compounding inflammation, toxicity, and metabolic stress. So let's recap. MSG makes food hypersavory, stimulates hunger, alters brain receptors, and encourages overeating. Phosphates, found heavily in sodas, pull calcium from bones, contribute to arterial calcification, and strain the kidneys. Potassium bromate, a dough conditioner, is a probable carcinogen linked to tumors in animal studies and still present in many baked goods. These ingredients weren't added for nutrition or your health. They were added for flavor, texture, appearance, shelf life, and profit. But every one of them comes with a biological cost, a cost you pay slowly, silently, and often without realizing where your symptoms came from. In the next episode, we move to one of the most deceptive categories of all, synthetic flavorings. We'll explain why real food starts tasting bland and why processed food becomes addictive.